Well, hello everybody, good afternoon. It's me again. Welcome to Pommie Plays Scrabble, and I just played. This will be my just played one game today so far, and I got beaten in a low-scoring game, barely 700 between us. It's funny. It's a funny one 'cause I actually drew both blanks in that game, but I still failed at the end of it. I didn't have the best of it, because I drew so much dross to go with the two blanks, and it was just. I think I was kind of I'd say in this game I was the victim of just the randomness of what is and what isn't valid. Like if Tox had been valid, for instance, I would have won the game pretty much, like almost certainly. And also Algid, or was it Algid? I have no idea. If that took it, I just found out it does not take an S. There you go. You can see that in there. And if it had taken an S, I would have been able to score, use my blank as an S there and score in that corner and probably would have won the game then. And because then it wasn't accepted, there's not much I could have done. I had very little place to play. I went over time by 12 seconds and so on. So, um, not a great game, honestly. Yeah, sort of think game that I thought, given the shape of the game, I probably would have won it like 7 times out of 10 or something. But just the randomness of what is and what isn't valid did for me there really, and I didn't draw well apart from the two blanks, which something, right? That's you get the two blanks, you will win most of the time, but just not this time. And he did well to get that bingo down initially. I got one down with my first blank, a word that's quite familiar to me, and it's a very smelly word like that, by the way, durians. One durian is smelly enough. Multiple durians, no. Do not. If you if you go into a hotel in Singapore or something, if you're staying in a hotel there, they might not allow you to bring them into the hotel room. They're that pongy. Um, Indonesia, all these places where these things grow. If you know what a durian is. Uh, anyway, I'm going to get going with another game. I'll see if I can see better than 335. That's not a very good score, but just things didn't quite work out for me that time. Uh, let's see what happens this time though. So press sequel. See if someone's gonna accept my invite. Huh. Okay. Finally, somebody has accepted, and he's not receiving tells, so it's going to be silent game here. My draw, it's my opponent to go first, and my draw is really bad. I've got no idea what I'm going to do here. GOV is a word. I don't know what else is a word. Can I play GOV? I think I can. Yes, I can. I can play it on top of crop, and so it'll score a little bit, and what will it leave? It's going to leave toot or toto. Not a good rack at all, but it scores 16. I think I'm going to have to play. I'm a little bit concerned about this though already because because of I don't like block boards. I'm not very good at block boards. And the C has blocked this off, and this V is going to do the same as well. I think it goes after. Well, G S would go after it, wouldn't it? Let's see what happens. So pick up a J. Yeah, this is not a good start. Uh, Now I've got a third T as well. Weather was meant to exchange. Another C has come down. Do you believe it? Oh, so now I can't do anything really. Um, it was 21. I don't know what I can do. Can I just start again? This is really nasty. Uh, what on earth do I do here? Maybe. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do really. I'm actually going to, at this point, if there was some way I could play like reject or something like that, I would have an H or something like that. But I'm going to change. I'm not going to keep the J. It's a nice scoring tile, but it's hopeless on this board, isn't it? Okay, get rid of everything except an E and a T. That's certainly a lot better. Have I got a bingo on this rack? There could be one, but T and the H sort of go quite well there. Like Gove is not a word as far as I'm aware, despite some fairly prominent uh, politician in the UK. Okay, that has changed things a lot. So this is really so now what can I do here? If I play heal, okay, that's really I mean I could play something like heal. Um, it's a little bit risky. It could easily be something here. I don't know what it is. In things like live. Well, now I wouldn't mind having one of the T's again. Oh, I could play ninth actually. What would that score? That scores 24. Um, I could easily have too many E's though if I do that. I was going to play 10th if I didn't have that. I could play ninth. Or, I don't know. Anything else? If I play heal, it's obviously going to, well, it's not ideal either. H-E-I. Can I play Heil like that? I guess that's a word. It could, he could pick up the J or something, or the Q. I'm going to have to go with it though, I think. Okay, not fantastic. Um, and I mean, I could, now what? Down by just 5 at the moment. I'm thinking of TION words, but I don't know what I can do there. I hate this move thing. It's just so counterintuitive, isn't it? But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to get a word that ends in TION down. I just anything of defection and words like that. Yes, it scores 24. I think is it only an A that goes after, so before the Y? Yeah. Okay. Now this has blocked the board up again. I didn't want that to happen. Ooh, that's not so good. I don't have anything that's yeah. Ew. You think I've got ends in IC? I don't think so. Um, I don't know. If I just play canned, but I could do that. But that's not going to score very much. At the moment, this playing the V there is just. I think I should have probably changed immediately. Yeah, this is really nasty. Anything I can do here though? Play like DE or something. That's 13, but this is just this is this is just awful. This is absolutely awful. Um, I think I'm just going to play foal here. That's probably the best thing I can do here. Play foal, and it scores 14, which is something. I'm going to be behind by 15 after this. But look at the Z. Oh wow, got Wisdom. I've almost got Wizened here. I don't think I've got anything that goes before the HI. I've got through 4.5 minutes already, so I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. But it's really difficult. Um, Grift. Oh wow. So I don't have anything that goes before. Wow, that's really unfortunate in some ways. But yeah, it is because it scores 26. I've got nothing that can go. Oh, this is not good at all, is it? Had some difficult turns already. Uh, yeah, this is terrible. Um, I don't know what to do. I might have to just leave that alone, but this, no S's have been played yet. This is actually a problem. Um, and what do I do here? I could play. There's no way. I've got no. If I play something like tie, well, that's not going to score anything. I play die. That's going to leave me. This is just not happening, is it? I've got nothing to go. Yeah, I can see the problem here. These block boards, they just kill me. Yeah, okay, maybe this, or other way around. That's 17. Um, and then, I mean, if he has I've got an N, that could be helpful. Um, I don't know. That's right. Well, I don't think there's any way I'm gonna. Well, this is horrendous. I do have an S as well now, which is really helpful actually. It will really help to open the board up. Um, but I could be a long way behind by that point. Lot of game left though. That's the only thing. Oh, if see if I had another value, it would help a lot. So you score. I guess is hymns a word? I don't know. It is like what do I want to do here though? Is there a way? Well, I think I'm going to have to play an S here. Like, see, I've got nothing that won't. So I think I have to do something like zits or something here. Scores 34. Ugh. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should keep the. I think I should actually keep the Z here. Like, or binds even. No, binds better or bids better. I feel putting the Z there is just too dangerous. There's got to be a lot of vowels out, hasn't there? 30. Oh, phew. Yeah, there are a lot of vowels out. It's almost even at this point. Okay. So I'm down by about 20, 19. Now, you see, I could play ZEA here, which would score pretty well. It would score so Snood. Okay, so you get 32 for that. You get rid of an S, though, by doing that. And if I play... Oof, if I play phase here or something, what would that score? That's 48. Um, Oof, is there a way I can... Like Zate, if Zate was a word, imagine. Zeta is a word though, isn't it? For heaven's sake. That's 54. Now, he could easily have something um oh, Zarf is even a word too, but I think I'm gonna have to go for this. It's 54. That'll put me up by 3. And well, let's see. I've got the flipping Q now as well. He could score a bunch here, I'm aware of that. Did not want to see the Q. Um, C's are in the wrong place to make Sank or something. Probably not the right thing to do but 54. If he has Zine or something, that would be 39. Zone or something like that. Of course, you could have something a lot better than that too. And then what do I do with the Q? Because you could have an absolute you could have an absolute monster score here, putting a Z in the triple lane. I mean, the sky's the limit. Apart from the sky's the absolute limit as to what he could have here. Never put a Z in a triple lane before, as far as I'm aware. But the 54 points, because you could have all sorts of stuff. Putting a triple here and a double here. Hard to pass up the 54. Taking a little while now. You could have something really, really monstrous here, couldn't you? Let's have a look. Could have. I'm trying to think what this could be. I mean, I made a big mistake there, didn't I? Did I have? Wow. Now what then? He obviously didn't have anything. Now I could have. I'm thinking whether I could have played the Z there. Well, I didn't have anything that could. I don't think go along there. Oh, flipping heck. Um, this is mental. This one, isn't it? I don't have. I don't think I've got anything that will play here. And look how much. I have to take this out, don't I? If I play something like. Don't I have to take this out? So just like F, like Finn or something. I mean, you'd have to play a vowel here. Ugh. He could have something ending in Z. It's possible, but this is not going to score that much either. Ah, tep is not a word, is it? I'd rather fawn. I feel better about fawn, but actually, or mm, don't want to get rid of. I don't want to get rid of the. Yeah, gonna have to do this. Ugh. Could have all sorts of stuff. The X hasn't gone yet. This is just awful. Maybe the best thing I can do is just to take it out here. Yeah, actually, this is probably it. Pause is a word, isn't it? What is fizz? Pause. Okay. 14. Well, that was horrendous. And look, I've got rid of more than 10 minutes of my time here. Okay, Java, you scored a lot there. Okay, that was very quick. Um, don't have anything that can. If I just play QI, that's 19. But wow, I can't see things here. But no. No, I just haven't got stuff that's going to play. Can I? I'm going to have to play something soon. FIQH would be a word, I know that, but I haven't got that either. Um, I think QI is the only thing. It's leaving five consonants. At least I do pick up a vowel. Had to go to the Q. Could have changed there. I've already done that once. Down by 33 now, though. Um, it's not been. I've got things like mirth that I can play, but yeah, you could easily have an A or an O there. I don't have one. Otherwise, I probably would have played it there, right? Um, it's been a tough game. It's been a really tough game. 4 minutes left. Okay, scores 35. Okay. Um, I do have an N here. That's good. Um, maybe just thin or something. Or thin. Thin. It's yeah. And every time you see, I'm losing. I'm losing score. And I'm not picking up any vowels. There are loads of vowels left though. So yeah, okay. Oh, when I's not a word. Oh, I can't play under there. Oh, crikey. Oh, what do I do? What the hell do I do? Um, it's just, it's just horrendous, isn't it, really? Okay, what do you do? What do you do? Um, I mean, I'd like to resign. This is that bad. I mean, what do you do? And people don't struggle with this. I struggle enormously with this. Maybe I could just play find. Right leave's not terrible. I've got some lanes. It's not great, but it's. I cannot pick up two U's. Wow. And the two blanks are still there too. Crikey. 2 minutes 50. Seven E's left, two A's. How many vowels? Okay, right, well. This is a game I'd like to forget, but I've had a few of them lately. Oh, he doesn't receive tells. Okay. What can I do now? Is there any way I can, I mean, do anything? Like, is there anything I can do? No U's are gonna go here. Um, I can't, I literally can't play here, as far as I'm aware. I can play something like, I can play hut, well then that's just, oh, I know ADH is a word, but have I got anything that will go there? Don't think so. Um, I don't. I mean, if I just play trim or something, that's 21. But look at my right leave; it's absolutely horrendous. Um, I might just have to do something like this. This was 26 just to take it out, and I'm down by over 100 or nearly 100. I do pick up the second blank, so now I could have played there, but I think I had to take that out. I don't think I had um, a choice in the matter. I've got 95 seconds left. Ugh. Play something like hour here. Somehow that stayed available. Have to really think about this. You've got 8.5 minutes left. How are you managing to do this? Everything is such an enormous struggle for me, and you've got an eternity. I don't get it. And your rating's not that great. How did I ever get into the 1200s on here in the first place? By the way, I think I've had something like 15 games in a row now, maybe more, where I've played at least one bingo. So this could be one where I don't play one. Could easily be like that. There are um, uh, of course I could play here. It's not going to get rid of one of the two U's though. And there are two U's left as well. Oh my. Wow. So if I get rid of one U, I'm quite likely to pick up another one. Okay, there you go. I will just still play hour here. But the bingo lanes, if there are any, they're rapidly closing down. There's not. I don't think I'm going to get one down in this game. If I do, I mean it'll be okay. Um, I've almost got like deluge and stuff, but there could easily be something that plays here. But I okay, so it's all just so easy. How many games have you played? Nearly 7,000. You see, that's the problem, isn't it? That's the problem right there. I'm never. All right, let's see. If I just play GU, that's 14. Or yeah, let's do that. Um, Jar is a word, isn't it? Okay. Well, glue, would he? No, I can't do that. 40 seconds left. I can see I've got a 7, but Um, you're likely to block it, aren't you? If you block it, I don't think, unless, okay, here's my wrestle coming down now though, but that's going to be the last play of the game. I do play a bingo, and it scores 73. What's he got on his rack? He's got, so I'll get 8 on count back. That'll put me to 330, 338. I'll lose by 49. By 44. Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, he's speaking now. He's speaking. Okay. I know he's left the scene immediately. So I got my bingo down, but that was a tough game. I had 20 seconds left, and yeah, I it was tough right from the start for me. It was a real struggle, and I guess I was pleased to get to score as much as I did there. Honestly, it was just a real ugh. I'm glad that one's over. Uh, and you see, I can see the bingo's reason. That's actually one of This is the funny thing. This is actually one of my. I realise now that I'm actually hitting bingos at a reasonable clip. I'm better than most of my opponents do, but everything else is, and it's because I suppose I've studied them, right? But everything else is a bit of a mess. So I'm only just over 1200. I think last time I put this up, I was close to 13. So I've had a bit of a rocky run since then, and just just things not quite working out. And I think my biggest mistake here was actually not just exchanging from the get-go, playing gov. It just blocked the board up. Um, One things I actually did, well, I did get the Z, which was helpful, but I I couldn't stop him from scoring. That was the other thing. So so I've noticed. I had a look, and after every game, not necessarily, but I go back. I write down what plays I play and what my opponent plays. I think that's like bingos and other high scoring plays and words that I had no idea were words that they play. Seems like an obvious thing to do because otherwise I'll just forget. But having them written down in a little spreadsheet seems like a good idea. And um, and I noticed over a 20 game span, I that I had played, was it 31 bingos, and my opponents had played 19. I was thinking, well, I noticed that was weird, right? Because in those 20 games, I won 10 and lost 10. So go figure, right? Bingos aren't everything. And I will actually demonstrate that in a second. I'm going to show a game I played. Um, so I've had 2 games in a row where I said I wouldn't get over 330. What was it? I got 335 or something. Well, I did. I did. I'll see if I could get over that with my previous games. I've had 2 games in a row with almost identical scores. Yes, although this one actually lost by a little bit more. Yeah, so 335, 338. Okay, those are not good scores. And I felt like I was running through treacle for the whole game. When I saw there were no tiles left, I was really quite relieved to get to the end of it. It was a really nice feeling to get to the end of this game. Uh, yeah, just not good. I was going to play. I guess the goo play was quite nice. It did give me a bingo. Got rid of some junk there. But yeah, this game and the previous one just never. I never had a rack where I was sort of in control. I felt I was always out of control of the game. So I just had no plan or anything. And I guess that's just what happens sometimes. I thought the Ken, when he played Ken for very little, that was going to put me back into the game. And I think I probably, that Heil play, another day you have a bingo or something that plays through there and the whole game is different. So there you go. Yeah, I'm going to show you a game now that I played. Did I play last night? That was right. And I actually won this one. But and you can see the scores. This is a much, much higher scoring game than these last couple. Uh, so, but here goes. I thought this was a fascinating game, really. So it's my opponent to go first again in this one. And in fact, this was the game I played prior to today. So this is my last but two game. And he's got Sheeran. I don't think Ed Sheeran is is valid. It's funny how it came out like that, so I can immediately see Ed Sheeran. But what does he play? He plays something, doesn't he? He plays henners. I had no idea that would be a word. I wouldn't even try it. I don't know what I would do here. That's interesting, isn't it? Whether he knew that word or tried it or what, he played it anyway. Uh, and I mean, I don't know what I would have done here. I can't see anything else that would play. Um, maybe maybe there is something there. I don't know what I would do actually. It's a difficult one. If I couldn't see, I might just play, I don't know, her or hen or probably just play hen there. That's probably what I would do. Look at my rack. I've got an absolutely awful rack, but I feel that I've got. Looking back now, I feel I should have played movie. Why did I not play movie? It's funny, isn't it? You look back, and movie would have scored. Maybe I did play movie. That would have scored what 20? Ratley wouldn't have been great, but it's 20 points. What did I do? I played Varm. Yeah, I think. Well, Varm left IVRY. I and Y don't go to. It did give me a vowel. Scored 21, so it was scored roughly the same as movie. Um, there's probably not much in those two. So he's got this rack. It's sort of interesting. He's got Q, but he's got stuff to go with the Q. He plays Chin there. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what I would have done. I think I would have done that either QIN or QIS, one or the other. Plays that. And my rack doesn't get. I've almost got. I know YRIVD is a word. And I thought about that, but obviously didn't have a D to play through or onto or anything. My rack's not great. A bit better than the previous one though. What is it I do here? Play this. I know that Avis is a word. It's not just a car rental company. It is a word. I think it's something to do with. It means bird or something like it's just a word that means bird. And this is now. I don't think he played this. I saw this turn. I don't think he played it very well. He played. He's got this rack. He's got some clunky stuff here. The G, the U, and he plays P, which I think they're decent tiles. You want to keep at least one of the E's here. Or I think I would play vague, honestly, or something like that. It just is GAUP a word? But I think it is a word, but it leaves three vowels, so that's pretty horrible. Uh, Vague is just. I mean, it's if you play vague there, yeah, there's a possibility I'm going to have the Z, I suppose. I don't know. Or maybe he saw that. I don't think P can be the play there, whatever. Um, even like I don't know, it's not a good rack. So I mean, what about Ague? Yeah, that might be better. Ague here or something. Leaving Pi, that might be the better play. Okay, let's see then. So he plays P. My rack's still not great, is it? I do play Avis, so I play JAI. Could have played JAY, but I felt like keeping I and Y is a bit would have scored an extra six. Feel that keeping I and Y might be better than keeping two I's just because a Y gives me a chance to score. Don't know whether that's true, whether it's worth sacrificing 6 points to do that. Don't know. His rack's not very good. He plays 2E. I'm still down by over 70. And I play by. So it's kind of a bit, ugh. It takes an E, it takes an S. I do have an S when I play it. But he plays GIE, which will become important for the rest of the game, later in the game. That play will be important, that he's played a word ending in G, or beginning in G, so to putting a G in this lane here now, I've got I've got stuff here. I saw that before he played. I saw I had a bunch of bingos here. Tirades, stared, um, stader is a word. Tradies is a word as well. I know I think that might be a new word. I think I read it was a new word, but which is although it's been a word that's been around a while. So I was thinking, what do I want to do? As it turned out, I can play ST here, start a word with ST, and that's all I can really do as far as I can see when he goes up here. This does make bingos with E as well, like things like seriated, readiest, steadier. I think there's one more as well. What is the other one? Ooh. Um, but the only thing I can do is to play stared. It's a double double, so it's going to score a lot. The problem is, if he's got the X, or sorry, the Z, now that ZE is a word, it's a real game changer, ZE being a word now, then I'm in a real a predicament. Well, he'll just get down 60, 70. You know, I'll still, but it scores so much, I have to take that risk. I have no choice. Um, and he's picked up the second blank here as well. So that's kind of interesting. So now I actually take a 24-point lead. He doesn't score much. He doesn't have the Z. I thought it was unlikely he had the Z before. Only drew three tiles. I thought it's obviously unlikely with 50 odd in the bag that he'd have drawn the Z. I thought there was probably a 10% chance, if you include the possibility he might have kept the Z, that 10, maybe 15 at the absolute outside, that you had the Z. So you'd have to go for that. 96. It's too much. And then what happens? He plays let, etc., etc. I change. What do I get? Oh yes, after playing a bingo, I get this. I look at playing tool or something, and then I bail. I actually take some time. Notice he's not playing very fast, so I'm in the unusual position here of having more time than my opponent. I take 2 minutes before deciding to exchange. He's got a nice rack here. I don't know if he's got a bingo though that will play um, outrank and things like that. But I don't think they're going to play. So if he had if Vom took a hook, if it was Vam instead, he would have Ovum and outrank, but it's not. So he plays. So he's making quite a lot of low scoring plays. And I'm able to pull away here when I get this rack. I can see I've got Ixtal, which is a kind of fabric. It's a bit like jute or flax or something, I think. So so now I have a 75-point lead, and he scores. He's looking at it. I can tell he's trying to get a bingo down. All these tiny little plays, and I keep scoring a lot more heavily. And after this play, I have a 125-point lead. After I play Zoe, it just scores too much, even though it does potentially give quite a bit back. But Noi apparently is a word, and Starking is also a word apparently. And yeah, he gets that down, and the K goes on the double, and he gets it down for 107. Now he's got 10 seconds left. So yeah, got 10 seconds left. I'm thinking I should still be able to outrun him here. Maybe if I don't want him to get a bingo, that would change things a lot, but it's unlikely he'll get a bingo. He might do. Anyway, so I play cardio. I take advantage of this hook here that I set up, and I get 38. So I've got a 56-point lead. It's okay. It's going to score quite a bit, maybe. And he does. He scores 31. Iraq's not fantastic, but I can score something here. I do. I score 28 for that. What's he do here? Dob, okay. I'm still up by 34. I play meh from The Simpsons. I said that where it was invented. The Simpsons, that word. I think it's a cromulent word like embiggen and that sort of thing. And then what does he do? So he's trying to get another bingo down. I've got a decent lead. I just put the C onto chop. And then I can see through this E he's got Pringles, but I don't think that's a word. And but Sperling is, and suddenly I'm up by two. I've got a decent rack, but it's just 1 pointers. And if I had if I had an eye, I'd have outlines, but there's nothing like that. So I'm sweating now. I think he's got 17 seconds here. His overtime left. That's not his original time. That's his overtime. So somehow he's managed to get a second bingo down despite basically having no time. I've got 4.5 minutes. And look, take over 4 minutes to put this Venus down. And that was enough to win me the game. It's funny, I knew that P took an E in front and I was thinking about it. And I almost forgot that it took one when I had that turn there. And I get it down and I just managed to hang on there. So when he plays fag, he's 1 point behind, but I'm able to play out and catch him with a bit of with. I get 10 on count back. That's what I get, and I win by. So I'm up. Oh yeah, I'm up by 7 at this point. Oh, and he must have got the 10 point penalty came as well there. So I did win. That was crazy stuff though. Um, yeah. I don't know much about anything about this guy. 1,500 games, which by standards of some of these guys is not very many. But what a crazy game that was. Well, the other thing was I got out bingoed here 3-1, but I still won the game just. Um, and that does show you that bingos aren't everything, are they? As I'm finding out, and he I guess found out here too. It's interesting that he took so long on his moves, given that I'm not exactly a fast player either. Uh, Okay, next one to look at, and then we're going to go to the Hall of Shame after this game. So, hang on, what's it? I want my high again. Hi, Pommie. It's which one was it? Oh yeah, Doctor Funk. Okay, so I actually I lose that one by 13. It was a close game, and I've drawn a little bit better towards the end. I might have won, but I didn't. He got both the blanks in this game too. Use them both to make sending as a bingo. I actually took a lead early in this game. I think right from the beginning, I played. He went first. I played reminted. I was really pleased to see that because and my study helped me, even though I haven't studied this word. Remints, which is that's insert plus an M. I know that's a word, and it's got anagrams like Minster and things like that. Entrism, I think, as well. So because remints was a word, I knew that was a word. I thought, well, reminted has to be a word too. So I got that down, even though the 7 letter combination here doesn't make a word. I know entire plus an M does not make a word. Because I have mnemonics for this stuff, I've got 70 mnemonics running around my head. It doesn't help me with the threes though, and that's going to be the next big thing, threes, fours, and stuff. But I'm doing this the wrong way around. I'm trying to learn the longer words first because they're actually more interesting to learn. But so he beats me by 13. He's a fast player, and I struggle with his speed here. That kind of made a decisive difference. I thought, well, seems like he's been playing a while. He's just automatically just bam, 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 getting stuff down. And I had a look at his profile. Where is it? Dr. Funk, here it is. He's played 72,000 games. Um, Whoa. Hello, everybody. Now, how is that humanly possible? Um, so I did just a bit of quick math. Say I play 2 games a day, which is actually more than I'm playing on average now. I'm not averaging 2 games a day, 14 games a week. I'm not managing. I'm managing 8 to 10, something like that. I'd like to get it up to 14 or a bit more, but maybe when the weather cools down a bit when we get into winter, Scrabble weather, that'll help. But so if you play 2 games a day, just for some very quick maths here, that would take you 100 years to get through that many games. I don't think he's been playing since 1925. I mean, this could be a really, really old picture of him, but I don't think he's been playing for 100 years. A whole century of Scrabble is how long it would take me if I beefed up my volume a little bit. It would still take me 100 years to play that many games. It's crazy stuff, and people. It's amazing how people do things at such high volumes, isn't it? Like they have an author or somebody who they really like to read, and they read a couple. Like for me, I read a couple of books. Yeah, this is kind of good. I'm all right with that. Maybe read another one. Try something else. Yeah, I quite like this guy. No, these people have to read. This book is this author has written 54 books in their lifetime. You must read all 54 books. Must read all of them. People do things like that, extraordinary volumes, or their favourite band. They have to have everything that their band has ever produced ever. It's like merch, the lot, or whatever. It's people do things at high volumes, don't they? Wow. I'm guessing he plays faster games than this. He probably plays 3 minute games. That's probably what it is. But even then, that's a lot of Scrabble, isn't it? I mean, you must be dreaming about Scrabble. I mean, every time you do anything, you must be thinking that it looks like a letter. I don't know. I'm trying to. I don't get. I'm trying to get my head around stuff. I still haven't managed it. Now, uh-oh. Let's look at this game. But before I go, this is the first one here. Right. I'd rather just not even. This is the Walk of Shame, Hall of Shame. So what happened here? Okay, let's go. He starts reasonably well. Is this my rack? No, that's his rack. Her rack. It must be her rack. Um, right. So I just okay. So it's kind of even. I'm a little bit behind. Uh, but I've got the Z, and guess what? I can see I have a bingo here. So I play my bingo. 76. It puts me into a bit of a lead, not a big lead. And unfortunately, it does open up a lot of stuff. If he just happens to have the X, they always bloody have it, don't they? And what does he play? He plays Pax. Now that's really interesting. This is interesting. He's made a mistake there that I would not make. He plays the O, and he needs to play the got to play, plays the A. He's got to play the O there, hasn't he? And in fact, I would play Gox here, almost certainly. Because, but it's not, I mean, it's not a big mistake, I suppose. But having an A instead of an A and two O's rather than three O's, it's got to be better, hasn't it? And I think the G, I'd rather have the P than the G. So, yeah. Anyway, what do I do though? Oh yeah, I'm really pleased with this play. I played bicep here. Um, so scores 55. I'm pleased that I saw that. And I'm up by 34, so I kind of win that little exchange there, despite him scoring really heavily with his X play. Igloo up by just 10, and I'm struggling a bit now, and yeah, this is not a good rack until he only scored 10, and now he's got a lot of heavy hitting stuff. Not a great rack, but it's going to score. He can score stuff, maybe. Now then, I don't know if I've got anything. I play minus. I'm struggling to score. Plays HEH. I've got Worthy here. And I think, oh yeah, I play Yearn. So again, I'm happy to, I'm down by 20. But I play Yearn. I'm quite happy with that. And what does he do? Rax looks terrible. But he plays QI. And now this is the Hall of Shame. Um, I see that there are two S's left. I can see the only bingo I can see that I can play here is seating. That's the only thing I can play. I decide not to play it because I don't want to. Um, I don't want to play. I don't want to set him up with an S and whatever else. Um, but actually, looking back, I had to play. This is I think the worst decision I've ever made or since I got back to playing Scrabble, was not playing the bingo here. You know, because stopping once, because I was pretty sure seating took an S. Um, yeah, but I have to play that. What was I thinking? I just had a complete brain fart. Look, it takes me 3 minutes to eventually play Mage. And I figure he didn't have the S anyway. He did have the blank though, but he wasn't going to play the S as a blank. That was just awful. I looked for a while to find bingos through the M. Maybe there is one. I'm thinking of things like magnates and stuff, but that's not, the M's obviously not in the right position for that. I just completely just went. Unfortunately, this was horrendous. What was seating in school? The other thing is seating in school that well. So I had this idea, this notion that it might be better to hang on to my blank, maybe get a bingo that scores more. But I had to put, and then guess what happened? I'm sure plays G, and I've got potentially I could have had a bingo there, but I pick up three consonants or four consonants, do I? Or three consonants? Yes, I've got no vowels. So there are lots of ways I could have had a bingo there, but that's not what happened, and I completely forwent my bingo. That was the walk of shame, and he's got droving, and he's able to put that his bingo. She's able to put her bingo down, and that was that. And what did I lose by in the end? Uh, and oh, hang on, yeah, do I have a bingo here? He wouldn't have won, and I was sort of. I think I looked for one. Yeah, I took him more than a minute and a half to try and play that, but um, didn't didn't find anything to try and look for a bingo, and I play sad, which is about right. And I think I go out with tits. Sad and tits is about how I felt about that game. Look, I lose by how much did I lose by in the end? 92. Yeah, so I'm getting a lot of scores in that kind of range when, as well as some in the well into the 400s. But yeah, not my best game. Um, so see if I can improve a little bit. Today's game I showed here was not not a great game. Did not enjoy it. Didn't really enjoy the last one I put up either, even though I won that one. Just things just didn't quite work out, did they? And I ended up in time trouble again. Familiar tale. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you got something out of it. Maybe more out of it than what I got, which wasn't a lot, if I'm being honest. And I hope you don't do what I did this game that I've just shown here. That was shockingly awful. It was really terrible. Anyway, yeah, well, I will see you next Wednesday, 7 p.m. British time, as always. But that's it for now. Okay, bye.